Matt Riddle has been dropped from an upcoming event following his recent MeToo comments, plus a major update on the retirement of John Cena, and Brock Lesnar could be appearing on SmackDown tonight. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. So this week, you've heard the reports of Matt Riddle and Global Wrestling Kingdom, a wrestling promotion that ran their first show, a charity event based out of Barnsley. Matt Riddle no-showed the event. This was after some back and forths with Matt Riddle having reservations about his flight, his accommodation, the bookings in and around it. He took extra bookings in the States, ended up appearing at RAF as well, the Real American Freestyle Show, and missed the booking on the Sunday. There's been a lot back and forth from both sides, with GWK saying that Matt Riddle has yet to pay back the deposit that they paid him to do the show. In an update on that, what we can add is that Matt Riddle has indeed paid back the deposit, and all sides are squared up now.
And he's promised more expenses to go back their way as well.
He has indeed, and that's worth pointing out as well. Matt Riddle made several comments in which he's claimed that the show was not originally designed as a charity show. It was something that was decided just a few days before, despite the fact that since the inception of the company, there's paper trails going back to July that say this would be a show raising money for charities for supporting survivors of domestic abuse and for war veterans as well. These are the Mayor of Barnsley's charities that this show is raising awareness for. But he spoke online. He made a video about it. He put on TMZ. He made another video as well where he just decided to go to town on people who believe that Me Too bull SH1T. It just came a bit out of nowhere. I think it was him obviously just frustrated with the amount of vitriol that had come his way after no showing this booking. And in light of these comments, it's been announced that SuperCon, a convention coming out of Sioux Falls later this month, put out a statement saying that they dropped him as a guest from the event.
Yeah, they're saying in light of recent public statements made by Matt Riddle regarding the topics of SA and DV, what was it called? The printer ink's gone. SuperCon, the printer ink's gone. I can't read it.
Do you want to spell mine? Because mine's a bit more printer ink on it.
You've got full printer ink, you fancy guy. Then anyway, SuperCon has made the decision to cancel his appearance at this year's convention. The statements that were made in no way represent our organisation or event, and they were not aligned with the mission, vision and values of our organisation. SuperCon has always strived to be safe and an inclusive space in the event for all to feel welcome, including those that feel affected by SA and DV. This is why we, along with New Sound Wrestling, will be donating 10% of the proceeds from all Super Media tickets sold to the Compass Centre to support the work they do in our community for survivors and victims.
So that was a statement from the organisers of SuperCon, which is coming out of Sioux Falls later this month, and we'll have more details on that when we get it at Cultaholic.com.
Why did he do that second video? The first video, like, all right, they've got their side of the story. He's got their side of the story. Riddle's partner's got screenshots on Twitter that look quite damning in terms of, like, the events that were sort of planned or promised around his appearance for GWK that didn't come to fruition. But then that second video just undercut anything he did in the first one. Silly guy.
He should have gone to Barnsley.
But he's a nice guy, though, remember that.
Yeah, he told me he's a nice guy. He should have gone to Barnsley.
Yeah.
Should have gone to Barnsley. As I said to you yesterday, the way this all falls, ultimately, he should have gone to Barnsley. Tonight is SmackDown. We are on the road to the end for John Cena. He has been wrapping up his year with a retirement tour. And an interesting development comes from WrestleVotes as it pertains to tonight's episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, we're told, we're WrestleVotes now, us two, me and Tom. We're told that some within do a quiet expecting tonight's show to be John Cena's final SmackDown. Leave the memories alone.
Oh.
You know how it started? That's how he debuted, of course. According to a source, with only 7 remaining dates left and just 2 yet to be announced, it's unlikely another will be a SmackDown event, meaning Cena will have debuted and ended his run on the blue brand in the very same building, Chicago's Allstate. And Undertaker comes back. You got my respect, man.
I like how that's how they all talk. And all his raps are just... Yeah, 2002, John Cena made his debut on SmackDown for WWE in the All-State Arena, slapping Kurt Angle, and from there, it was easy. It's easy for history just to go, and a legend was born that day. No. A legend nearly got fired 3 months later for being really dull. And then Halloween came round, where he dresses Vanilla Ice, started cutting raps and diss tracks on people, and the creative team went, just do that. Just do that.
A trip to Europe or something. He was on the bus rapping, and Stephanie McMahon was at the front of the bus and heard him going, you should do that on TV, if you fancy it.
See, John Cena starts rapping freestyle on a bus. He gets offered an amazing contract, an opportunity of a lifetime. I start freestyle rapping on the mega bus, and I get kicked off at Doncaster. Where's the justice?
The things you say during those raps, it's X-rated.
Look, there's not many words that rhyme with Winkle.
Put the kids to bed.
That wasn't one of them. So Cena looking like it's going to be his last SmackDown tonight, but obviously it's not the end of his run. But what it suggests is the remainder of Cena's days were down to less than 100 days in general, and 7 remaining confirmed dates. They're going to be on Raw and PLEs.
Yeah, I think Michael Cole was on the kickoff show or post show at the weekend. Had a little, I don't know if it was a little Freudian slip. He mentioned January in John Cena, which obviously goes past December, right, Tom? Because that's how calendars work.
I've sometimes known that's how it works. Yeah. It wouldn't make sense because this should be his because all the optics and stuff are moving towards this John Cena's final match show in December in Boston, in Massachusetts, where he's from, and I think that would be a lovely place to wrap it all up in. So I don't really want it to go beyond December. I kind of want it to be a nice clean year. So, but it looks as if it'll all be played out on Monday nights and on weekends at PLEs, less on SmackDown. So it should be a really engaging episode of SmackDown tonight because it's in Chicago. It's John Cena's last SmackDown. It's also potentially where we see the return of AJ Lee. CM Punk teased such a thing happening in a showdown with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Or it'll be Rhea Ripley, and lots of people on Twitter will be upset, and that'll be quite funny to watch.
Yeah, it would be. It would potentially lead to a meltdown if that is what happens.
There was a segment on Raw where Rhea's like, there, Phil. There. I've got your back. Don't worry. And it's a bit like, if they can't get the deal done. No. Surely it's AJ Lee, though.
If CM Punk is holding signs that say, bring back AJ in the crowd, as he did after the show on the weekend, and if the commentators, if the team on the post show are mentioning AJ Lee, you've got to believe it's a done deal. Why would you do that if it's not a done deal? This isn't WCW in 99.
It can be again,
Tom. Or 98, or 97, or 96. It can be again, possibly. So Punk and AJ Lee, the final SmackDown of John Cena. How do we make this bigger or more intriguing? How about Brock Lesnar? That's another thing that's come up today.
Yeah, Fightful Select with a report here. Fightful Select have learned that Brock Lesnar has been scheduled to travel to Chicago this week. Friday's episode of SmackDown emanates from Chicago, and sources within WWE that we spoke to said that he was discussed as a possibility for the show. We always thought it was going to be a possibility for the show in Paris last weekend, but he never turned up. Maybe he missed the bus.
He missed that bus out of town. So potentially Brock Lesnar, who is of course named in the Janelle Grant civil lawsuit against WWE and Vince McMahon.
Tom.
Well, I just feel like I need to chuck that in there. It's almost like muscle memory to mention him. No. It was a wonder when we would see him on TV, with the plan being Brock Lesnar and John Cena fighting at WrestlePalooza, a match that was potentially going to be a Clash in Paris, but then when we realised that it was going to be the last show on Peacock, it's very much a case of they just wanted to get that show out of the way so they can really load up the first ESPN show. Yeah. So tonight is really the night where you get that ball rolling, because you've got tonight, you've got next week, and then the week after, and then it's WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 SmackDowns or 3 weeks to get this done, because some of this might play out on Monday Night Raw as well.
Yeah.
Which is what we're hearing here. So because Cena's final SmackDown, maybe it's a case of we see Cena get dropped tonight with an F5, and then Brock Lesnar turns up on Raw. And then the following week after that, maybe next week on Raw, they set the match, but then it's only on the Raw before WrestlePalooza that Cena turns up. Maybe they have a little scuffle.
Quick pit stop in NXT. Brock Lesnar in the shed. John Cena in the shed. Booker T. Wah wah wee wah. There we go.
They would not fit Brock Lesnar in the shed. They'd have to take the roof off. It would be ludicrous. Today on the podcast feed, I had a lovely conversation with the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Ash by Elegance.
Ooh.
Ooh. We caught up last night, talked about her being vindicated by winning the TNA title in a WWE ring.
That must feel weird for her. Booked stronger after she left the company while wrestling for the company she left.
It's mad, isn't it? I think also I might have joined the Elegance brand.
Oh, fair play.
I think I have. I think I put a strong case forward.
You taking the place of that weird little fella?
No, me and George Iceman are going for the tag titles. It's been decided on Twitter this morning. We're going for the tag titles. But hey, that's on the podcast feed. Check it out. It's always a pleasure to catch up with Ash by Elegance. And you can listen to it right now. And later on, if you want a bit of rough and tumble, it's Cultaholic After Dark.
Yes, goes live around 10:30 p.m. BST this evening. It's all the stuff we can't talk about on YouTube on the Patreon. Yeah, that's where it is.
It's all very... just like that. For the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe.